Hi guys, so it's like 6 in the morning. Today I'm going to be doing the budget bike build challenge. So if you don't know what that is, a while ago I decided to spend £60, which was all the money I'd made from advertising on YouTube, and put it into a bike. So basically when I say that, I bought a bike with a budget of £60 and we're doing some big challenges on it. So we've got a century ride to do, a 10-mile TT and a climbing challenge. So today I'm going to be doing the century ride. So before we start, this is the bike. It's like a 1980s Peugeot Elite and it's very cool actually. I bought it for £25 and it's cost me about 35 in parts to get up and running to a good standard. It looks sweet, got the nice Pro Discover frame bag on. So we're here with Paul.
Morning.
Morning. It's cold, it's misty, but we're out and we're starting. We're about 2 miles in. How'd you feel, Paul?
Good. Cold.
Cold. What a beautiful morning in Norfolk. You can probably see. It's nice. I'm actually really enjoying this bike. God, it's hard work though. One thing that I have been really worried about is the cranks I ride on my Ritchie are like 175s and these are 170s. So there's a big difference there. So I'm hoping it doesn't aggravate my knees too much. And on top of that, this is definitely not my size of bike, but we're just gonna see how we go. If I feel like my knees are suffering too much, then we'll just stop, but I'm sure it'll be all right. Paul has told me to stay on my nutrition today, as last time we were out riding, or a couple of times ago, someone burnt out a little bit, and it wasn't Paul.
Good, yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to have a go on the older bike now?
I've got cleats on, mate.
Yeah, thought so. I've got a spanner. Yeah.
Badass.
I've got a spanner, we can change the pedals, it's fine. Look at that. Space Age titanium, Iron Age steel. No. So I was just explaining to Paul how much more difficult it feels. We're about 30 miles in, I feel like we've done 50. The Ritchie is so much easier to ride, and I think I've really taken having carbon wheels for granted. But it's beautiful, it's comfortable, it's smooth. We better crack on, because I'm not riding in the night tonight, Paul.
No.
Not again. Walnut cake. Yeah, mate, you're winning today. I have, oh, here we go. Look, a sausage roll there. You can't really see it, but it is a sausage roll. Fruit gums, fruit pastels. And then I put loads in my bag here. More energy powder. Paul, tell me, if you brought coffee with you.
Coffee, mate.
Look at this. This is the best thing ever. Oh my God. Wow. So we're just going up a climb, like maybe 1,000 watts for about 2 minutes, I think.
At least.
At least. And my gear slipped, which I do on these old bikes. They're friction shifters, so I must have not put it into gear properly. And my foot slipped and hit the handlebar. Really hurt. And it got a little bit swelly. That seems to be going down a bit. But worrying times. Furthest point away from home. And now Paul's brought us to a really big hill. Oh. So, my Garmin gave up early. Paul forgot to start his. We're a couple of miles behind. I tell you, anyone think this guy hates me?
Missing a big climb. today.
Not swim today. I reckon you could do it.
You reckon?
I
You
reckon.
first.
Maybe. Update. Paul's got a really muddy bike. It's not very often you see Paul with a muddy bike. I'll take that one. That's going on the Instagram and the Twitter. So, killing it. 70 miles in.
Yep.
How you feeling, Paul? Good?
Good.
Good. We're on it. I thought the crank length would really affect my knees, but it hasn't, which is good. Slipping and hitting my left knee, that's eased off now, feel fine. Just glad that wasn't the end of the ride. But yeah, it's such a beautiful day, really. We should have done 200 miles, Paul. Hello guys, cheeky update. We are knackered. We're like 84 miles in and we're just like, I'm ready to go home now.
We're done.
Knowing probably the last vlog you saw me and Paul riding for quite a while together, we rode 320 miles, so we both feel a little bit pathetic right now. But it is what it is. We're still pushing on. Back in Norfolk, for some reason we found the hilliest route possible without really noticing. Character building. So Paul, how many miles?
99 and a half.
99 and a half. We're nearly there. Well, actually, I think we have actually done it because we forgot to restart the Garmin after we stopped. We did it, man.
Yeah, tough day.
Tough day, but we did it. Just left Paul behind. What a legend. He's such a nice guy, Paul. I was suffering towards the end of that ride. I cannot lie, and I think Paul was too. But we made it. The bike has just been fantastic, but I'm going to sit down and talk about that in a little bit after I've kind of had some food, had to settle down, and had a wash. So I planned 3 challenges for this bike, and the first one I did today, which was the Century Challenge, so 100 miles, and it was flawless. I really can't fault it in any way, shape or form. It rode perfectly, it didn't break down, I didn't even get a puncture, and bear in mind the tyres I bought were like £7.50 each. The only thing I can quibble is the brakes could be a bit better. And I need to get a little bit better with these friction shifters here, so these down tube shifters, because at one point I hadn't really got the gearing right and I was going up a climb, slipped and bashed my knee, and it's actually quite tender now. But apart from that, for a good ride out, it was just ace. It was really comfortable. It's heavy, I'm not gonna lie, it was so much harder than my Ritchie, so even my Ritchie with off-road tyres on and kind of some bike packing gear with it, this still felt much harder and much heavier. The gear ratios are, it's a 5-speed cassette on the end. Yeah, there's not much there, as you can see. And then obviously these chain rings are quite big as well. So it was hard work, but it was useful to ride, and I really can't fault it in any way, shape or form. But the next thing, I think the challenge is we're gonna do the 10 mile TT next. And it's going to struggle with that because it's a heavy bike and it just doesn't go like I want it to, if that makes sense. It doesn't go like my Ritchie. It doesn't go like other quick bikes I've had. So it'll be interesting to see what time I get on that, and then I'll do it on the Ritchie with obviously some smaller tyres on and give that a go. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll get on the next challenge the next day or two when my knee's a little bit better for knocking it quite aggressively on that.